I think when you released the first album, I think you were at Z, right? Isn't that when you came over? Last time you were at Z100?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I talked to you like 2 years ago. I think it was the first time I talked to you.
Yeah.
And,
I don't remember where I was when my first album got released. Like I literally have no clue.
It's probably pretty crazy.
Where I was. What was I
Right.
doing?
How's your shop?
I'm good.
Move in? Are we good?
When I released my album, I don't know where I was. I feel like that's a very significant moment, and I should know.
You should probably remember it.
And you had that champagne.
So whatever you just said is irrelevant.
Oh. Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know what just happened, but
I don't know.
all right. Rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Let me just get
7.
Like, there you go. So that was a little
Perfect.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Anthony from Power 93.3, and I'm here with one of my favorite people to talk to, Bea Miller. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't know I was one of your favorite people until like 5 minutes ago, so I'm really excited about that.
Let's give a little backstory as to why you're one of my
Okay.
favorite people. So you are from the state of?
New Jersey.
And that's also where I'm from. So anytime you meet someone from your home state, they're automatically one of your favorites.
Right.
And the fact that you make awesome music, that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little. Maybe like that much.
So you know what? Let's talk about new music first.
Mhm.
And you were telling me before we turned the cameras on, you have huge news that you tweeted about like 6 minutes ago.
Yes. Okay. I am going to release a song on iTunes and whatever else, like Amazon Music, all that
the
stuff.
music
all
places.
the music places, Spotify, on May 20th. That's a week from today, right now. So I'm so excited, and I've been like holding back this information for so long. And we actually just got the release day like a few days ago, and they're like, all right, like we're gonna announce it soon. So we just announced that today.
So now when you're getting ready to release a song, before it's actually released, the world knows you have May 20th as your date.
Mhm.
What happens in the time between when you're talking about the release date and the song's actually released? Like, are you nervous? Are you excited? What's the feeling between now and next week?
I think mainly it's excitement. It's also a little bit of like, what if nobody likes it? Like it doesn't go over well. Like it does nothing. It's like a little. But I feel like every artist, like no matter how big or small they are, it's kind of just the same feeling when you're gonna release a song. It's kind of like, what if it goes nowhere? But it's mostly excitement.
Well, I mean, you already have an album out, and you're working on another album. And if your new music is anything like, even remotely close to the last album, I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
I think you'll be alright.
I think it's quite a bit different actually, so it's a little
Okay.
worrisome. But with this next record, the next album and all the songs on it, I wrote all of them. I really finally captured the sound that I've been wanting to have for the last few years, and I really feel like I have finally truly expressed myself and embodied who I am through my music. So.
Well, you've also, I mean, you're a different person now than you were when you released your last album. You've moved across the country, you've done a lot of things. What's the biggest difference in your life personally between the last album and what you're working on now?
I think there are a couple big differences. I've had, a lot of personal issues that I've had to overcome in my life with just in a very short amount of time. There's just a lot of things that came at me once that I really had to deal with, and I almost had to be put in the shoes of an adult at, 16, 17 years old. So that was really hard for me, and really, I think, changed my music a lot. I'm in a relationship now. That changed a lot as well, because I was not in a serious relationship when I did my last album, and a lot of inspiration comes from there as well. But I think it's just a combination of the good and the bad in life, and all the things that I have had to overcome within the last year. So.
Is it weird writing music, I'm assuming you're going to do it at some point, about a relationship?
It is sometimes because I don't know. It's weird writing about your relationship when you're in a relationship with someone who also writes music about your relationship, because it's kind of like both sides.
And then they can always get you back.
Right, and then they can always get you back. So if you write a song about them that they don't really like, they're like, "Oop, I got you." But at the same time, it is good to kind of communicate with people, what's going on with your own relationship, so that they can use that for theirs, and just it's kind of cool when you have a public relationship for people to be able to get a glance into it. But I think there are also a lot of songs on this album that aren't about my relationship, that people are going to think are about my relationship, but they're just about other people in my life who are a little shady.
Okay, a little shady. So we are in basically the basement of KeyArena here in Seattle, and the reason we're here is because you're on tour with Selena.
Yep.
And DNCE. Have you learned anything from the artists that you're on tour with that you kind of were like, you know what, I'm going to carry that into kind of what I do?
I've watched DNCE quite a few times. I actually watched them before this tour. I went and saw them on their own tour a few months ago, and from them I feel like I really just they have so much fun on stage. They just completely immerse themselves in like having a great time and just being excited about being alive and making music. And I feel like that's really inspiring for me, because when you're on stage, like, it's better not to just focus on like, oh my god, there are all these people watching me right now and I can't make a mistake and I can't do this. It's like, it's all about feeling it and just having fun and like recognizing that you're doing what you love to do and that you're lucky enough to be able to do it. So I think watching them on stage has really made me less afraid to just kind of fully be myself on stage.
Well, they actually came to the station this morning, and they are very, like, you just feel like you're hanging out with friends. You don't feel like you're hanging out with people who work together and probably have, you know, high pressure situations. You're just like, they're hanging out all day.
Right, that's how they are all the time. They're awesome.
And anything from Selena?
Selena's amazing. I think it's always, I watched her full set a few nights ago, and I think every time I watch a young female artist, I learn a lot from them, just because it's almost like, you know, where I want to be. And it's like watching myself in the future almost. It's like, how do I get to this point, you know, and what have they done to get to this point? And they have all these fans, and they can sell out arenas, and they, you know, are really living their dream and doing what they love to do. And I think it's inspiring to see people who started when they were, you know, as young as I was, and made it to where they wanted to go and got through it, because there are a lot of things you have to deal with, and sometimes you do go through rough times and you do have to fight for what you want. And I think it's really just inspiring just to see them in general, just young female artists just performing on stage and doing what they love to do, and seeing that they made it and they got through it. And I think, especially with her album Revival, I think, you know, it's all about how she's gotten through certain situations in her life and how she has really grown as a person. And I think it's all just as a package really amazing.
All right, well, I know you have to get ready to actually, you know, do your job and stuff, so I'm going to get out of here, but I'm going to hand you the microphone, and I'm going to let you talk to the camera.
Oh, about what?
And tell them whatever you want to tell them, whether you want to follow you on whatever or buy your music, whatever you want to say. This is your moment. So first we're going to do a little half hug here. Okay. So here it is.
Oh no,
Take over.
I hate doing this. Hey guys, it's Bea Miller. I guess I just want to say that I love you so much, and thanks for watching this interview. And I am going to release my song Yes Girl on May 20th, so if you want to buy it, that'd be cool. I mean, you know.
Do it. Buy it.
Keep your eyes open for my album that'll be out soon, and come see me on tour if you want to, and Selena, because she's amazing, and DNCE because they're amazing. So that's all.
Cool.
Bye.
Perfect.